We head to Maryland now for this next story because today is primary day. It's a chance to cast a vote in the primary elections, and there are a lot of races on the ballot: governor, Senate, House, state offices, and more. So let's run you through a few things you need to know tonight. The polls close at 8 o'clock, so there's still time to vote. Mail-in ballots must be postmarked by today, and they must be received by July 21st. Our team is live at the polls with just 2 hours to go. Larry Miller is in Prince George's County, and Larry will check in with you in just a moment. But first, I'm going to start with Adam Longo, who's at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School in Montgomery County. And ads, what are voters telling you?
Well, we do know that they're going to not have answers for quite some time as to when we get these election results. I mean, how many elections have you and I covered, Leslie, where we say, look, it's going to be a long night, not only in Montgomery County and Maryland, but across the country. It is going to prove to be not only a long night, but perhaps a long week here across the state, as a crush of mail-in ballots are going up to Maryland officials. And what that means is it's going to take some time to count, because Maryland is one of the only, if not by this point, the only state in the country that is not allowed to even process or start counting its mail-in ballots until 2 days after the election. So they won't even start doing it until Thursday. They've received 213,000 mail-in ballots that they won't be able to get into until Thursday. Consider that they had 30,000 in the primary election in 2018. So it's going to be quite an effort. There is about 282 people who have come through here in our voting precinct location. We're at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School in Germantown. About 2-to-1 Democrat to Republican ballots, folks getting in here to vote down the ballot tonight. A number of contentious races on the ballot. Of course, the governor's races, primary on both sides, Republican and Democrat. But also here in Germantown, we are in District 6, congressional district. A line of Republicans are lined up to try and unseat him, and this is a much more competitive district than it was a couple years ago because of the redistricting. We'll be following all of that for you very closely tonight. Leslie?
All right, ads, thanks for getting in there before we lost that shot. We're going to pivot on over to Prince George's County, where our Larry Miller is talking with voters at Duval High School, and there are some key issues that are top of mind, Larry.
Yeah, Leslie, really the issues that we've seen kind of percolating throughout the country are the same issues that we see here locally that are affecting voters. We think about inflation, crime, climate change, schools, key issues that are resonating with voters today as they decide who are going to be the men and women that will lead them for the next 4 years. Now, in terms of the voter turnout here so far, things have been going fairly well. You can see now that voters now getting off of work are starting to make their way here to Duval High School. They are checking in over at a check-in station there at that table. From there, getting their ballot and then casting their vote. We spoke with one voter just a few moments ago about what was the thing that was impacting her the most. Here's what she had to say.
Everything going up. Just being able to take care of your family and get food on the table and stay in your home is most important. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was something that we heard time and time again. Inflation, gas prices, things that are crippling and hurting families time and time again. They want change, they want answers, and they want something done, Leslie.
It's another election during this pandemic. What do we know about voter turnout now and how it compares to previous years?
Yeah, in terms of the voter turnout here at this location, I talked with the chief judge. He told me that things are actually really consistent with what they are used to seeing during the primary elections. What's different this year, and I think Adam touched on that just a little bit, is that there's been a record number of mail-in ballots that have been requested. They've been requested in very important areas as well. Montgomery County, Prince George's County, and Baltimore County. You talk with the Democratic candidates running for governor, they'll tell you that those are the 3 counties that they're watching very closely because they will determine who will be the nominee. Leslie?
Yeah, those will be the deciding counties for sure.